Hello everybody, my name is Elnator, and it is a glorious sunrise right about now. And I'm gonna say this right off the bat, my apologies if I mispronounce things. But for a couple weeks now, I've been working on a big old project over here. I've been working on, I'm gonna say this once, Megurigaoka Gakkou Private High School, from the anime School Live, or Gakkou Gurashi. Again, apologies if I mispronounce things. But anyways, so this is the front. This is the whole schoolyard out front right over here. So I'm gonna walk through the main gate. This is a sidewalk. Now, normally there are houses and whatnot. I just wanted to stick to just the school property, just for now. But this is a big old field. You got the track, and I'm not too sure how I feel about the curvature, but I don't feel like doing it over again. Got some soccer goals, which is actually unrealistic. Soccer goals are supposed to be inside the track. Design choices. I don't know what that is. I thought this was flagpoles, but I never saw any flags on it. But we're gonna walk through the front entrance right over here. So this is the shoe lockers. So when you walk in, gotta take out your shoes, swap them out with different pair. I don't fully understand, but maybe one day I will look into the reasoning for it. But this is the first floor. I guess we'll head off over here first. Now, I will be honest, most of these rooms are empty, and most of them are not labeled because of how inconsistent the anime is. So, it's hard to tell where things actually are, and classrooms 1A, B, and C are all supposed to be over there. I'll get to that later, but down here, also again, more smaller classes, they're all empty. I'm just going to do a quick fly through. There are purposefully no lights. More classrooms down here. I believe bathrooms. Bathrooms I marked with a different door. But I believe this is not the faculty. Well, this is the faculty entrance, but I believe these are mainly just rooms. Again, most things are not labeled because I can't properly place them. Plus, between the window structure and my reference images, everything was all over the place. And then I believe this is the faculty entrance. This is supposed to be the parking lot. I didn't feel like putting any cars here. I'm fairly certain this is a bicycle rack. Some shots, there are 2 sets of these. Most shots, there are only 1. So again, inconsistencies make me mad. But this is the first staircase. And was I doing something? I don't think I was. Oh, I was going back this way. Oh yeah, I was going to show you something with my design choices for the doors, because these are windows up here. Most windows can open, so very minor functionality, but if you want to open the window without actually opening the door, because these are supposed to be windows, but no trap door would look nice. That is actually see-through without changing the texture. And then these iron doors represent doors that I are never seen open. I've gone through all 12 episodes multiple times, and for the most part, these specific doors do not open. It's just hard figuring out the exact place for them because, again, it's hard to tell where specifically everything is. I'll get to that in a second. Again, these are more bathrooms. Again, also empty. This whole map is still currently a work in progress for the most part. It's not very detailed, but the structures are done. This is the first floor barricade, which is used multiple times, and it is functional thanks to new 1.14. How to do this? Yeah, do that, close that, then you gotta crawl on through. So you are capable of crawling through barricades these days. Let's head off to the second floor. Most things occur on the second and third floors because it was hard to barricade first floor. Y'all have seen the anime, y'all know why. So, classrooms 2A. Now, reference images showed first floor was year 1, second floor was year 3, third floor was year 2, but it did not logically make sense between the way they traveled between different levels, it did not make sense. And I'm as to why year 3 would be on the second floor. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Then this is the staircase. This is the main staircase. This is the whole glass part of the big old front of the building you saw. And then over here, this is the second floor barricade. But before I go on through, ooh, those are shaders, lighting bugs. We'll ignore that for now. Is it? It is not this one. I think it's this one. This one. This one, it is used only once, and it is seen only once, but there is a ladder right here that is used, again, only once, and you never see it again. But I doubt they would ever just want to move it, so I permanently keep it right here. First I was going to have this like this, but it looked nicer to just keep it like that. But anyways, moving on. So this is the second barricade, or the second floor barricade. I'm fairly certain there are only 2. There you go, again, you can crawl through that one. This is supposed to be the school store, however, though, they say that the school store had no windows, but based on my reference images, that does not make sense. So I kind of, and it's also not this big, and it only has one entrance, but I kind of went with what feels nicer as opposed to accuracy. And again, classrooms B and C are supposed to be way over there where A is. Can't see A because signs don't render that far. And then this, more classroom. I think this is the main faculty office, if I remember. This is supposed to be the library, which is why it's also so very large. I'm just pointing out the rooms that I know would fit. And another set of doors that they never use. I'm actually not sure about this placement, because it seems like there would be a second set of fireproof doors on the second floor, but I could never figure out. This whole area right here is seen only once, and I think it's like the beginning of episode 12, so the last episode, which I just couldn't figure out this whole area, so this is why it feels a little wonky. But again, it's based on my reference image. And then this I know for a fact these are here, which means not far from here, seen multiple times, I actually think it's supposed to be closer, the school living club room. This is the one of 2 decorated rooms. So you got some cabinets, you got chests, there's nothing in them. Got the big old table, I didn't have enough room to fit chairs. This is the yellow flower that's always watered. This right here is actually a dandelion. I forget what the actual flower is supposed to be, but no other yellow flower. We have that looks closest to it. This is supposed to be a chalkboard, but we don't have anything green and flat against the wall. And same thing here, this is supposed to be a whiteboard. The whiteboard's actually on a stand, but it looked a little odd because this is actually a sink. Sink, stove, these are some more cabinets, I believe. And I think that's it. This is a cardboard box, that's a cardboard box, that's a cardboard box, I think. So the chests represent cardboard boxes, except this is a wooden cabinet. Then farther down here, classroom 3C, more windows. Windows were very helpful because they were able to accurately show me like which side of the building it was on. So here 3A, and then again 2A, 1A, not much. 3A is actually important because 3 out of the 4 students are 3rd years, so 3A pops up a lot. Then in here, bedroom. So again, this is the second decorated room. Let's see, cardboard box. This is a nice fluffy couch, even though I built it out of brick, but we don't have anything fluffy that's red. Cardboard box, cabinet, lockers, another little table. Sometimes they have the bed rolled up because they actually have like sleeping bags or like a blanket, but I wanted, again, this is one of the times where I actually went with functionality. We're already almost 10 minutes in, but I'm trying to speed this up. It feels like I'm rushing. I could go through and explain a lot more. Again, top staircase, more of the bathrooms and whatnot. Let me head back over here for roof access. Give me 1 second. Actually, well, I'll get up there in a second. So this is the roof. Again, this is another time where I went with Minecraft functionality, because I plan on using this map for something in the future. So you'll just need to stay tuned. So there are 3 rows of gardens, so you got all 6 different plantable Minecraft things. Then this, I'm fairly certain this is a greenhouse. We never see the inside. The windows are always like gray and faded out, so you can never actually look inside. But I'm fairly certain it would be a greenhouse because you got all the plants and whatnot on this side. So in here you got all the different potted plants and even mushrooms because I figured, hey, they grow. So now this is supposed to represent a cross, but you can't make a cross this size and have it still be detailed without mods and whatnot. But I also like this because this is the only light source out of the entire build, all of the surrounding area. And if you've seen this show, you will understand why having this be the only light is very nice. This is a storage locker chest thingy. Now this, I don't think there's actually something. I think there's supposed to be like a bucket here and like a hose and a drain. But just have some basic farming stuff. Got some hose, buckets. I don't know what else to put in here. I would think seeds, but I don't think you would keep seeds with your tools. And then this good old shovel sun. And this is just a master key. This is kind of a little extra thing I added because you may have noticed all these things, all the little lockers and whatnot, I made them out of dispensers. So if you really wanted to, if you have the master key, you can open these up and actually use these for storage. Again, this was made to be functional, well, Minecraft functional in a way, but also still look as accurate as I could. This is not a pool. This is a biotope aquarium. I just didn't feel like putting fish in there, and I also think they had lily pads, but for the most part, those are not really seen, so I kind of kept it plain. And also, in the show, it's only like waist high, but it seemed a little strange. It just felt weird to walk around in, because you can't really crouch, because a lot of times throughout episode 9, they were actually able to go underwater a bit, and you can't really swim in 1 block deep water. So I made it 2. Plus, it gave me room to add blue on the sides as well as the bottom. And this is actually concrete, which goes well, stating that it is bare concrete down there. And then this is a couch. Again, I'm fairly certain this is the one they hauled in from the club room, because they have seen, I don't know how they got it up all the stairs, but I feel like adding it here because it just seemed a little plain. So this, I'm not sure what this is, what this specific piece is, but these are supposed to be batteries or large energy storage units, and on the top of them they have little fans. So I couldn't fit a rail within a 1x1 area that's totally curved, so I would use these logs because they've got the whole circle on them. So, and in fact, throughout the entire show, this whole area has like 3 different formats. Sometimes it's you got this one here, but also on this side and then another middle building right here. Sometimes you see it's just the rows of batteries the entire way down. Sometimes you see it like this, where you got the one thing, and then you got this few sets of batteries. And I went with this. But this stair again, if you're an idiot and you fall, it's not completely your fault, but just there just in case you have fallen. You fall in here, you're on your own. Again, same thing with here. They never actually get to this side because for the most part, this is like gated off, so like people generally shouldn't be over here because they don't need to. But these are large solar panels. I actually had to change the design because the roof used to go all the way up here, but I realized I probably should change that because inaccuracies. So the building. So, anyways, that's why solar panels. They're supposed to be more tilted, but they're good enough. This, I don't know what this building is. The only reference image I have, this is called the equipment zone. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a storage unit or, but for that reason, there's no logical way to get inside. Was the detail I couldn't tell. I don't have like 4K zoom-ins of like just this area. But I think that's it for the roof. Other than up here is the top of the, call it a clock tower, but it's not really. But that is supposed to be a clock. I'm fairly happy with how it turned out. It's supposed to be black on the sides, but the closest thing we have black that actually stands up is trap doors. But it looks good at night. Which this episode's again really long, or not episode, this video. And I think that's it for the main building. That, I don't know what that is. Again, I couldn't really get a detailed image of what this is, and it's not really explained. This might be the water filtration system for this, because that's the only thing that I've never seen any other images. Oh, there's just one time they mention the water filtration system, and it's actually supposed to be like gray, and it's got pipes and fins on the top, but whatever. Make do with what you have. And I think that's it for the... Oh, no, it's not it for the main school. Let me head back in here. Whee, clunk. If you fall off in survival, it's your own fault. So let me head over here, because there is one area I almost forgot to mention. Oopsies, I'm already here. Now, you could take your time to crawl through the barricade, or you could just walk it. Now, this area, I'm not too sure how I feel about this. This will probably be changed the most, because I plan on keep working on it, because when I get my hands on actual... I think there's currently 11 volumes of the manga currently available. Probably said that wrong. Manga. Whatever. I'm American. But there's this long tunnel, and I'm not sure how I feel about the doors. There's supposed to be 5 rooms based on the image, but again, 5 rooms. It's all just stone in here. I feel like I should compress it down to 3, like, replace this with stone, keep this one stone, replace stone, but then I would need to add more, and I don't feel like moving it, because over here, now I don't have anything that's thin and not see-through. I could have used full iron blocks, but it's supposed to be like this big old metal door, and there's actually a desk here keeping this open. This is a very poorly made desk, but I can't do any better. You may be wondering how you get through. Well, you kind of got to cheat because, again, you got to use the desk. And this is all water. Well, actually, it's half slabs and water. So it's like this very thin layer of water. Hard to tell because it's dark down here. And I couldn't really tell. I'll need to do more figuring out because I'm fairly certain there's supposed to be a big old tunnel here that I can't tell if it goes left, straight, or right. But in there's supposed to be like an emergency room and a few other like storage rooms. But I'll need to get back to work on that next. It's actually, oopsies, OCD. Gonna keep that way. Actually, so I'll get back to work on this. I will provide a download available as is right now. So if y'all have any suggestions, then feel free to. For those who have seen the show, and those who probably know more about the building layout than I do, then do tell. So that's it for the main school building. Let me head around. I'll start from the left, because that's the most boring. This, I don't know what this is. I think it's a sports equipment garage thing, because they look like large flaps that would open. But you can see inside, it's just stone in there again, empty. all these little extra buildings are empty. This is a long video. I don't know what this is either. I don't know if this is like a shower room or a locker room or what, because they never leave the school, for the most part. One exception, where they head off to a mall, which I want to build. I just don't feel like, I just don't know how to design the whole city, because if I do that, I'll need to put like all the buildings and whatnot. You may also notice there's a lot of trees missing. That's because if I add one tree, I'll need to add all of them. So this, I feel like this would be a more like extra classrooms, but again, they never leave and we never get to see what's actually inside. So again, it's kind of just empty. Over here, there's another sports zone thing. I couldn't get a good look at the ground, so I don't know what kind of things they would have. And then over here, this is the gym. I actually put detail into this one. Got wood floor, got the windows, got the whole front panel. Ignore that cow. And then head out here. However, though, I'm very happy with the roof. Just looking at it's a good arch between. This is all red nether brick, full blocks, stairs, and slabs. And over here, this I don't know, maybe another storage locker or something. I don't know. Maybe this is the scuba club room. Maybe, because they found a helium tank. Not an oxygen tank, a helium tank. I don't know why scuba club would have helium, but whatever. And then this is the actual pool. So you can go good old swims, a little bit deeper. And again, I was able to cheat and have blue go all the way up the sides and whatnot. And I think that's it. That's all I have built. So this street would just go on that way for a while, that way. This one, more houses. There are supposed to be like houses along here on both sides. And back that way, from like all around, it's just trees. But again, if I plant one tree, I'll need to plant all of them. So for the most part, I am very happy with how it turned out. And so far, I've only seen one other person attempt to make the school. And that was a while ago, and that was Pocket Edition. And for the most part, the building was not as accurate as I believe it could have been, so I went and made my own. So that ends off this video. Thank you all for watching. Bye.